is up, guys? What's going on? What's going on? I see we got some people jumping in. What's up? Good to have you back here for another live trading stream. Gonna give it a minute, let some more people roll in a little bit before. Oh no, it's 2:33. We're good to go. I'll get started in a minute here. Make sure we're ready to roll. That looks good. Good to go. Cool, man. So I am going to be messing around with the new TopstepX platform. This is what rolled out yesterday from TopStep, the futures funding firm that I work with. It's their own platform, and I guess you would say broker all in one. You don't have to go through Tradeovate or anybody else if you're using this. You select this when you're selecting the account size and checking out, and you get to log right in from TopStep. You log into TopStep. It says launch TopstepX. You go right to the site, and it's been pretty cool. Traded on it this morning, quite a bit, just testing, mostly trading the S&P here, getting a feel for how it works. It's pretty similar to just trading straight through TradingView. If you have ever connected a broker to TradingView, integrated a broker with TradingView, and traded straight from the TradingView chart, it's pretty similar. It seems faster, in my opinion. Seems to execute very fast. I didn't have any issues with lag on the chart, or executions, or fills, or anything odd like that. Still getting used to like the TradingView chart itself. It's kind of limited. There's only certain things that you can do with it. Certain things are missing that I've noticed. Not that big of a deal. I don't have any of my tools set up or most of my chart markings. Just got some basic stuff on here, some zones, the 9:30 a.m. Eastern open, and pre-market high and low that I have marked off with these two lines. I got VWAP on here. That's pretty much it. They've got some cool tools, some different things. This down here is called their Tilt tool. It displays the aggregated trader sentiment analysis for all TopStep sim traders. So you can see out of the guys that are trading on TopStep, who's going long and short, the percent of each, the average price of each. So, interesting thing to look at. Just some other things that you might not, have access to. I don't know how beneficial or confusing that would be to anybody trading, but that's pretty cool. The executing orders, entering and exiting is pretty straightforward for what I've seen. It's definitely, different. You got to get used to it. I'm going to be slow on it for sure, but you got your symbols. You could, enter right in here, and it opens up the corresponding chart. So like if we hop over to NASDAQ NQ, here is the NASDAQ E-mini. Go to YM. You've got your Dow, your micro Dow. We'll jump back to ES, and order types, market, limit, stop, trailing stop is interesting. Didn't get to mess with that yet, but I think that's a cool feature. Not something that I was messing around with on Tradeovate, and didn't. I don't think they had it on TradingView. If I had integrated it straight with TradingView, your number of contracts, obviously, the account that you're trading on. This is my 50K eval account that I bought this morning, and then you've got your your functions right over here. You could buy at market, sell at market. I mean, that's the basics. If you're setting a limit order, you've got some more options on there. Your price, same with stop. But for the most part, I'm entering, market, buy, and sell orders. I do that right from these buttons over here. I can enter, multiple contracts at one time if I wanted to, by messing with that right there. You've got flatten all, which is nice. If you're in multiple orders and you just want to get out, or you want to get out of your, take profit and stop loss all at the same time, you just click the one button, flatten all. You can scale in and out using buy and sell. It was pretty cool. You could drag the stop loss right on here. It's instant execution when you have trading buttons on here. So if I just click like X out of an order, no confirmation screen pops up. I noticed that. Didn't have to accept or change any settings for that to happen, so that was nice. What else? Yeah, I drug a stop loss. I had entered an additional contract in a buy or a sell that I was in earlier. I entered a stop loss for it, and then I moved them together, and it combined all the stop losses, which I thought was cool. Um, I want to see what happens if I enter, let's say, like two contracts sell with a stop loss, a corresponding stop loss. If I go ahead and scale out of one by buying one at market, I'm wondering if it just knows to automatically adjust that stop loss. TradingView did not, not like a big deal either way, but you just want to know ahead of time so you're aware. But again, new platform. I think it's very important to be really familiar and comfortable, and know this stuff like the back of your hand. If you're going to be able to have some consistency, you got to know the tools that you're working with, right? So this is day one for me. I'll preface it with that. It's testing, right? Like we're working with I'm working off of a different chart. I'm staring at a completely different platform where all the buttons and tools are in a different place. Things function differently. So I'm prefacing this with it's a test session, and really this week it'll be a test. I've got my TradingView charts over on the right hand side. I haven't messed around trying to see if there were different chart types, or that all of the stuff that TradingView has, I noticed is not in here. Just different. But again, I haven't gone through everything. I've just gotten started. Played with some of the tools that I like. Mainly just wanted to check out the functions of the. See here, we got like plenty more. Use fix. There you go. Hide, flatten all. So you can hide some of the buttons. You can show additional buttons. So I'll have to go through and mess with all of this. Up top, you got your account that you're trading in, your balance, current balance, your maximum loss limit, your realized P&L for the day, your unrealized P&L. So if you're in a position, this is going to be running, then your daily loss limit, and a scale to the $1,000 on the 50K account, which is really cool. This button's pretty interesting, manual lockout. So you can lock yourself out of the account if you're in profit or if you're in drawdown and you are, you deal with over trading or trading on tilt. You could lock yourself out. I think it's really cool. A lot of the top guys, and the people that they're interviewing are, saying they're using it. I don't know if that's more marketing. They really don't need to use it, but they're just utilizing it to talk about the feature. But that was pretty interesting. There's definitely some more settings over here. There were more settings that you could mess with as well. So, but yeah, just to get started on it, that's what I've got. Again, haven't really experienced any issue with it so far. Things are just in a different spot. I want to know how everything functions before I really start messing with anything too much. But for right now, I'm kind of doing what I was doing with Tradovate, where I've got my TradingView charts over on the side that I'm comfortable with, that I have, set with my preference of colors and all my tools and this and that. I've got my basic charting on here, and again, I'm trading right off of this chart, but I'm using volume footprint from TradingView, and my other few little tools on my TradingView on the side. What's up, Mario? Can we have different exits for different contracts? Yes. How much do you usually trade with? So I'm trading ES, Mario. I'll start with you. What's up, man? Always the first person on here and asking a question. So I appreciate you, man. I'll keep saying that as long as you keep hopping on. I've been messing with some ES back testing. I haven't really done enough to be super comfortable with it. To be honest, I'd like to have a lot of time on whatever instrument I'm trading. I've got tons of time with NASDAQ and Dow, even from trading CFDs when I was messing with Forex prop firms before coming over to futures, US 30 and NAS 100. S&P is fairly new for me in itself, but from what I've seen in the comparisons, it moves very similarly to NASDAQ, at least in the structure of the chart. Some definite key differences, a lot less volatility. The way the candlesticks form themselves is certainly different. They kind of have that low volatility look to them. Just the way that they form is definitely different. The price action itself is different. The market structure is definitely slightly different. The reason I've come over to it is with the 50K account and the contract value sizing, the tick sizing, and the the dollar amount that it trades at, the volatility allows for smaller, more flexible position sizes. I could take on less risk trading on the 5-minute if I want to have a wider stop loss than I can with NQ, which is pretty volatile. The $5 contract and the amount of, like if you looked at an ATR and looked at the contract value on NASDAQ versus even the Dow or the S&P, you've got more room to play with a smaller account size, in my opinion, on S&P. So again, I've seen a lot of guys trade S&P over Dow. I watch Dow and NASDAQ often. They don't really move. They're all U.S. indices. They're based off of the same U.S. markets. But the Dow really is just kind of all over the place. At least it feels like that. I think that's why again, this is hard to quantify, but I feel like I've done better on NASDAQ just in my trading career. So I want to keep something close. And if I have an option to do that with the S&P and get comfortable on that one, maybe I love it, maybe I hate it, but we'll find out. Again, the contract size is different. It's a $12.50 per tick contract. They are going, 4 per point. Obviously, it's you can see broken out here. 25 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents, 1 whole point. Similar to NASDAQ in that way, but not a $5 contract, a $12.50 contract. But because it moves in such a smaller amount of points and ticks, when you look at the structure, you have more flexibility. You take on less size. So that's the long answer on why I'm looking at ES. It was fine to trade today. Again, in back testing, so far the limited amount that I've done and the forward testing, messing with it this morning, very, very similar. I don't notice a massive difference. It can kind of feel like watching paint dry, especially on the 5-minute, but I am, adjusting my risk management. Mostly the approach is the same. Strategy, if you want to call it, that's the same. The way I'm trading is the same. The difference is in risk management and the structuring of that risk to deal with a tighter daily loss limit on a 50K account. You have to take on. You don't have to, but if you want to be able to survive a couple consecutive losses, leave some room for that. Taking on less risk, especially starting out on a fresh day with a fresh daily loss limit, is beneficial. So that's what I'm looking at here. So I think you're asking, can you scale in and out of contracts and positions? The answer is yes. So if I open up a position for 2 contracts, I can close one. Let's say I take a sell for 2 contracts here. I can close one by buying one at market. That's one way to do it. You could set limit orders for one, and you could close them out in different areas. You can also, enter whenever you want. You can, scale into a position by starting to sell here. As price moves down, you could sell again. As price moves down, you could sell again. You will see your positions stacked together on the TradingView chart, or at least I believe so from what I've seen. I'm 90% sure of this. You'll see them stacked together, and the entry or as you exit, the position average be adjusted. So that's how that works there. You should be able to see that if I end up getting a couple trades here, which I'm going to do. I'm going to try to take some trades. Again, this is testing. I wouldn't recommend you hold my feet to the fire on today's trading or any of the trading this week, as I'm working on a new platform. And really over the last couple weeks or 1 week really swapped over to the 50K to try to mess with that and get the risk management done on that. But I'll keep you guys updated. I'll let you know, my feedback on the platform, my approach for the risk management with the smaller account size, all that stuff. I'll keep you guys updated in Discord. If you're not in Discord and you're here, Discord's free. Make sure you hop in that. Live trading, giveaways, market analysis, everything. How much do you usually trade with, my man says. This is a 50K TopStep account. It's an evaluation. So this is a simulated evaluation account. If you're asking how much risk I take on per trade, it varies. I've been trying to decrease it a bit from the standard $250 with NASDAQ and a 50 tick Stop loss, one contract that I've been working with. I think that's a little bit aggressive to get started. You can run yourself into some nice profits quickly, but it's a little bit aggressive. It's more of a scalping style approach. It's definitely a scalping style approach in my opinion. And one of the other things I've been trying to do for you guys as well is, jumping down to the 50K account. My style was getting more and more scalping, shorter and shorter times that I was in trades, because I was trying to manage that risk with a considerable amount of size for the amount of drawdown that I had. So I'm trying to zoom out a bit. The structure is the same. The way that price action and market structure is the same on different time frames. Your stop just has to go wherever it needs to go. I can do it with a little bit slower of a chart, hopefully to be able to describe what I'm doing a little bit better and not have it be such rapid fire trading in and out in a way that it's really hard for anybody to ever follow along. If I'm trading on the 15-second chart and I'm entering, exiting, sure, I could describe what happened before and after, but it's really not as good of a learning experience, in my opinion, than if I'm on the 1 minute or the 5 minute. I've got a little bit wider of a stop and wider of a target. We can take a little bit less trades and understand what's going on just a little bit better. So again, this is kind of just a big description into a little bit of the adjustments that I'm trying to make coming to the 50K account from the 150K account. Again, you got more room to work with, taking on, $250 to $400 worth of risk, per trade to get started. Not really a big deal. That's a more appropriate for a $3,000 daily loss limit or $4,500 max loss limit. With a $1,000 daily loss limit and a $2,000 max loss limit, in my opinion, I'd like to be a little bit more conservative. Not my opinion, just my trading. I want to be a little bit more conservative. I want to start small and be able to progressively increase risk. I like to be able to start to build some kind of a cushion or a buffer of profit for the day, and then I can risk that. I trade more aggressively. This way, if you end up taking 1, 2, 3 losses, you don't hit the daily loss limit and you're through half of your risk capital in one day. Get what I'm saying there? Wow, I think in the long run, this is too much for the brain every day. So much mental stress. 15-second. Yeah, probably, man. I don't trade the 15-second chart. Every once in a while for fun, I used to drop down to it, but if you go through any of my lives, you won't see any second chart on there. Scalping that way, in and out, maybe for some people. I played with it on demo and just trying to find my style a little bit back in the day and making different things work, but too aggressive, too quick, too fast paced. You got to find something that works for you. Everybody's going to be different. You might prefer the 15-minute or the 30-minute chart. You might prefer the 30-second chart. Getting below the 1 minute, I think, gets a little bit dicey. Getting above the the daily for day trading. Even the daily is too high in my opinion for intraday trading. You kind of go to the extremes, but somewhere in the middle there, you can find your sweet spot. You can find what you're comfortable with. Maybe it differs, on the day. Maybe one day I'm looking at the 1 minute because it's slower price action, actually like today when all this was going on. Maybe if it's real volatile, we got news going on, we need a little bit more zoomed out view, we jump to the 5 minute. In my opinion, the way that I trade a discretionary strategy, I could be on the 1 minute, the 3 minute, the 5 minute, the 15 minute. It's fine. I just I adjust as I go. But just describing some outside of the entire platform change that we're working with here, some adjustments that I'm trying to make. One, to make it work with the 50K accounts, and two, to make it a good learning environment for the boys in Discord and everybody else here. Again, if you're not in Discord, Discord is free. Free Discord, live trading, Q&A, ask me questions in there, post charts. We got a community of traders growing rapidly. Did 60 or 70 people joined overnight, one day. That was sick. So that's awesome. I'm also giving away 2 of these accounts, 2 50K Top Step accounts. Details in the Discord. Go ahead and check that out. Don't even bother asking me on here. Just hop in the Discord. That's pretty much what I want you to do. And then it's no purchase necessary. You help me, I help you. You can find out about that in Discord. So I'm just watching the market now. That was enough intro. We're coming into power hour, 3 to 4 p.m., the last hour of NYSE session. I had a handful of trades this morning. Again, some of them were test. Let's see, can I show stuff down here? This was actually pretty cool. So this is the one active account I have for TopstepX. I have other TopStep eval accounts under this, under this whole profile that aren't showing. But this gives you the name. It gives you a win rate for the day, maybe, or total. But I've only traded this for one day. Little over 50% win rate. That's about average for me. I end up right about 50%, making a little bit more than I win when I win, and losing a little bit less when I lose. Gives you total lots traded. That's interesting. Not really that big of a metric there. Total P&L, open P&L, and your balance. No positions open. This would be all of your orders as you're opening and closing orders and setting stop losses and take profits. Here are the actual trades. So you could see actually all of the trades from today. Where do we start? Yeah, because I remember I ran this into to drawdown pretty quick and then came back from it. So nice, shows your trades, time, entry time, exit time, your prices, what direction, the fees that you paid. So that's pretty cool feature down there. Quotes, I just think, are for what you traded. I tested NASDAQ on this as well. I think I did. No. I was assuming that's why it was up, but add and remove quotes, that's kind of like useless to me. We're looking at a chart. And then you got your tilt thing down here, which is pretty cool. Interesting to see. Again, I just think it's like fun to watch what the masses are doing. You could see the percent long and short in the NASDAQ. You got, a whole bunch of people going short. You can see the S&P a little bit more evenly balanced. Crude and gold are on there. And then you could add other components to this. That's cool. Depth of market, order, accounts, position, trades. Yeah, you could add things in. TopStep TV, that's cool. Again, there's settings and TopStep TV and all stuff over here. And then kind of in the middle, you got your trading view chart. And then your functions over here. We had depth of market over here. I think there was depth of market and something else when I first opened it up. It was just blocking up half the screen, and I like to trade off the chart. So this is really all I need. Time and sales, maybe I'll put something else here in place of that. I'm not utilizing that at all. But maybe I'll just make this a little bit bigger. Maybe I'll put depth of market back up, or I'll put something different over here that makes sense. You can split the layout up, but again, I don't have my really nice premium volume footprint candles, and I don't have this all changed up color-wise. I'm just leaving it. This is all standard. It's fine. Again, I like my single color candles if you guys watch any of the live streams, but I'm going to leave this as is for now. This way, when you guys log on, you can see what it looks like, how I set mine up very, very briefly, and go from there. Again, only thing I got on here is VWAP. Just the standard VWAP, changed the color. That was it, not anchored to anything different. But again, this morning, a couple different trades in and out, some testing. Again, ended up in a small amount of profit. That's fine. We pushed up at market open. This is the 9:30 a.m. Eastern open. We broke to the upside of pre-market. Classic pull back down to the VWAP level near the 50% of the pre-market high and low. Not quite there from what I can see, but wicked nicely down. Pushed back up, stayed above that VWAP line, formed some support, and then broke out. This looked like it might run. I was getting long up here, and then I think I took a short somewhere. Yeah, no, my trades were right around the morning time, and I wrapped it up pretty early. Maybe I got short over here, and I closed out right down here. I think that was my last trade that I scaled out of. Yeah, 11:06, 11:07. Close time, 11:33. Yeah, I was scaling out right down here from a sell. That played out nicely. Just looked like it was failing, heading down. That was a pretty basic trade. Some buys on the way up that worked nicely. I think I was getting long too early and was getting stopped out somewhere down here. But again, we don't have to go through everything here. So right now, obviously, we pushed up, and this just sold right back off. This was the big move of the day so far. And coming here towards the end of the session, we're trailing down. Maybe we come back down to tap the pre-market low. I don't have prior day high and low marked off on this, and I would like to. These are my zones that are pretty damn far away, but I wanted to get those on the chart this afternoon. Let's get a line for, this is so far over, I gotta like duck around my, I'm gonna have to move this around. Let's get a line there. Let's make it like white just so I can see what it looks like when we zoom back in. Yeah, this is all, I'm going to be slow with it, guys. But if you got questions, you know what to do. Ask them in the chat. So this is prior day high. That's why I wanted to see where prior day high was. We're rejecting off that right now, or at least finding a little bit of support. Kind of choppy, throughout the day right here and right here. Big sell-off, no news on the day. There was a Fed speaker talking. That was right around this time, 11:30, where we got a little bit of movement. If I drop down to the 1 minute, yeah, not a ton. Could look at a short just following the recent structure, headed back down to the lows. I'll try to take some trades just so we can see the functionality of TopstepX without losing too much money on this account. But let's look at NQ. Same deal. Let's get where's our 930? Like to be able to reference that. There's a 930 open. Same deal, pushing up to the upside at the open, pull back down. Again, very, very similar chart, similar market structure, at least from what I've seen, to S&P. Obviously, nowhere near exact. They're definitely different instruments, and they have their own movements. Kind of the same deal. Sold off, continued the move down, did not rally all the way back up. S&P, if I'm thinking correctly, came back up and touched this low. Yep, pulled back up and touched that low, and then, this looks pretty clear to continue down. I don't think this looks like it wants to rally all the way back up. I just don't know if we're going to chop around here, if we're going to head towards putting a lower low in for the session. This would be the low for the day. Right? Yeah, here's the 6. This would be the low for the day. Maybe we want to head back down towards that. I'm going to give this a little bit of time. I'm going to leave it on the 5 minute. Again, just so I can look at structuring trades from the 5 minute, have a little bit more room, have them play out a little bit slower, and also just take on less risk as I am learning this new platform. But we'll get some trades in. We'll see how this thing functions. I'll let you guys see it. It's cool, exciting stuff. I like anything new and intuitive. I love TradingView. I wasn't a super duper fan of Tradeovate. I got a couple accounts I'm gonna have to keep working on Tradeovate, but ever since I really started noticing the lag between TradingView integrated with Tradeovate, I've had to work on trading from the Tradeovate chart if I want that, quick entry and exit and, the data to be showing accurately. So this is cool stuff. Big play from TopStep, obviously giving us super discount for TopstepX only. So they're going to be getting everybody over to this platform that's trading with them. So we shall see. Fortunately, I don't go to Discord anymore. I wasn't too many. Okay, yeah, no pressure. No pressure, man. You do your thing. Moved everything over from Telegram and other places just to organize it. I like Discord the best. I wanted to build a community. I want to build the best free futures trading community out there. That's the game plan. Trade on the 5 minute or a scalp on the 1 minute. Cool, man. Very, very cool. Found you days ago. Hadn't watched too much. Yeah, what's up, man? Welcome in from Germany. Bruce Lean, what's up, my man? I need to know the meaning behind that name, unless that's just your actual name. If there is one, but trying it myself. Do not like Tradeovate chart, and also notice the lag on NQ especially. Yeah, me too, man. If you you could check that out. If you have Tradeovate open and TradingView side by side, And maybe I only was ever watching the two when I was logged into my Tradeovate and TopStep account on TradingView. Got to like make sure I say these ones carefully because they're so damn close. But if I put them side by side, there was a significant lag, for the last few days that I've been trading it, between the candlesticks printing on TradingView and the ones that are printing on Tradeovate. Obviously, we're looking at low time frames. We're looking at the 1 minute, and we're trading with these small movements, so that stuff does matter. Not the end of the world, but it does matter, man. I want the fastest market data. I want to be the first person to know how that candle's moving, so I can make the best decision, have the most time to make that decision. So, that stuff's important. And then I would notice if I was utilizing the TradingView buy and sell and, moving stop losses and all that type of stuff, there was a lag from the time that I executed the order to the time that it was filled. And we're talking a real small amount, but you could literally see it on my live recordings, the fill dollar amount. And at one point, even the amount that's showing, the P&L that was showing on TradingView, like when I enter an order, it'll have a P&L showing right here, a price. You could change it to ticks if you want to, so you don't have to stare at a P&L. But that P&L versus the Tradeovate P&L that I would have running up in the corner, and I would be putting on, the recaps and the short videos that I would do, there was a difference between those two. So that's not cool. So anyway, man, interesting to see. I think it's cool so far. Again, it's going to take a while to get really comfortable with it and to be able to do an in-depth review, find any bugs, stuff that I like and what I don't like. But we'll see. I think it's pretty cool to have an integrated TradingView chart. Maybe it's a little bit limiting and you still want your TradingView chart over on the side to look at on a separate monitor. That's what I got going on. So we're all good. We are all good. But if you're on, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for joining. If you're not in the free Telegram, in the free Discord, Telegram's dead. Telegram's advertising scam signals to everybody. So that's an immediate no. Along with that, there's no community there. So I like Discord. We got everything now in one Discord. All the information, everything that I have running, TopStep discounts, everything that's going on with TopStep. I keep you guys updated. When they're doing giveaways, when they're doing, free account resets, the discounts code to get this set up here for $19 to get started, all that fun stuff. Market analysis where I'm talking about news, high impact, red folder stuff for the day, maybe earnings that are coming up, alerting you like today at 11:30. We had, another Fed member speaking, not a huge market mover, which I'll tell you about. Along with that, anytime I'm going live, educational sessions as well. I don't know if I'm going to call them educational sessions because everything here is entertainment, but entertainment sessions where we're talking about, stuff like yesterday. The topic was prop firms, just going over the general differences in prop firms, how TopStep works, answering questions live, and then community of focused futures traders or traders in general. And looking at, I'm just watching this pop up right here. We're going to break above these highs. Maybe we want to climb back up towards that VWAP line. Just going to watch this. But, yeah, man, badass community. That's my game plan. I'm going to put plenty of time and energy and money behind building that. That's my game plan. Make it better and more value than most paid Discords. That's my game plan. And if you want to work with me even more intensively, you want to trade more live sessions with me, you want to have a structured plan to grow towards profitability, I have a 4-week intensive program. That's all that I'm doing now. There's no VIP for the Discord. There's no specialty things for live sessions. It's just that, and it's one-on-one and a small group format for 4 weeks. If you're interested in that, book a 30-minute call with me for free in Discord. We'll be talking on Zoom face-to-face, talk about your trading, where you're at now, your experience, how things have been going, and decide if that's something that you want to consider. If not, no pressure at all, man. I'm not going to push anybody on that at all. Goal is to give out as much value as I can for free to build a community that I'm able to help others, and you guys are able to help me. We could all grow together, share charts, look at, understand different people's perspectives. I think it was great. This morning we had a bunch of different guys, and yesterday evening sharing charts. Maybe some of them are ICT guys. That's fine. I'll probably inverse your trades. Just kidding, ICT guys. But maybe guys will be trading rules-based. Maybe they're going to use indicators. Maybe they're going to mark objective levels. Maybe they're subjective levels. But we're going to get an understanding of everybody's perspective, and that's helpful. I think really early on, maybe it can be a little bit confusing. It's best just to focus on one approach, to try to hone in on actually how you want to try to approach the markets and start testing and getting some data. But once you get past that, I think it's helpful. If you keep yourself in a box, you don't ever talk to anybody else or understand what other people are doing or thinking. Maybe you don't find out about the $19 deal that got rolled out for TopstepX on a 50K account. Maybe you don't find out that they're going to run a fire drill this week because I posted that in Discord. Fire drill is at a random time, unscheduled, on their live, TopSteps Live. They run it every day. It's free on YouTube. It's just them trading and talking. They have a bunch of good traders on there, and or maybe not good, whatever. They got traders on there that talk, and at a random time, they give you a form. They say it's a fire drill. They blow horns or whatever the hell they do to announce it, and you got like a short amount of time to fill it out, and then you get a free account reset. It's worth up to $150 because if you're trading the 150K account, it's $150 to reset it. If you're trading the 50K, it's $49 to reset it. So it's a free deal. It's not a raffle. Like maybe some people win, maybe some people don't. The bell to bell and the fire drill, when they do them, as far as I'm aware, as long as you do whatever you need to do to fill the form out or multiple forms out, which is no purchase or anything, you get the reset or an account if they give something away. But I think it's mostly resets. But yeah, man, badass community. That's what we're building. That's the game plan. Profile picture on YouTube is Bruce Lee holding a cup of lean. I was hoping so, because I'm like, I know lean and I know Bruce Lee, and I figured that that's what it was. So that's actually hysterical, and I like the name even more, Bruce Lean. Yeah, difference depending on volume. I've had some bad fills. I think this one I was talking about Tradeovate and Trading View. Maybe on NQ, but I'm not sure. Mario, how much? How much for the reset? The reset is the price of the account. So if you blow the challenge at any point, you can restart for the price of the account, the monthly price, or you can cancel it altogether if you're close to that rebuild date, and you can just start a new one. But they give you free account resets, or they give some free account resets. Also, I don't know if they're going to do it. They might not with this code that they've given out, but everybody that I've spoken to up until this point that opened up a new TopStep account, like if they've never traded with TopStep, they bought 50K or 100K challenge, 150K challenge, they've gotten a 50% off their first reset. It just goes right into their account, and they can use that when they inevitably blow their first account. I got one when I first started with them, and I've spoken to everybody else, and they've got them. Again, guys, from a trading perspective, I know I'm just yapping away. I'm staring at this chart. It's not screaming at me right now. Maybe a sell back down towards prior day high and pre-market low is the play. We got VWAP here. I want to see, again, late in the day, I really don't utilize this so much as an indicator, as a support and resistance level. But I'm noticing that it's there. I do see that we checked back in with this low once we broke below it. On the 1 minute, that will be even more of a break and retest looking structure, I'm sure. Not really, but you got a bar that pulled back up to it. We can see that happened there. So, I'm not sold that this has to pull back up to this area and clear up, a huge gap that was created here. Obviously, I'm looking at this as an imbalance up here. Looking on the trading view volume footprint chart, it's clearing up a sell imbalance that's really right over here. Excuse me. This is the 1 minute. Let me back up here. I don't think there's anything. No, There's no stacked imbalances that are showing. There's imbalances themselves, but there's no stacked imbalances that I like to pay attention to. To confirm zones, to confirm areas that price may move to or react from. Do you know how long the top step discount is? Yeah, man, until Monday. I think it's good until Monday. I don't know if that's means Sunday night or Monday night. I'm thinking it's Monday night, but it should be on their site. They should tell you that as well. VWAP. Yeah, man, this is just, I don't know if you're asking for settings on it or anything like that, but this is just when you type in VWAP into indicators, this is the first thing that pulled up. Standard, nothing crazy. Standard, I changed the color on it. That's it. If it's got a different setting on it and I'm using a jacked up VWAP, then let me compare it against my the VWAP on here. Yeah, it's the same that I was using on TradingView. Let's mess around with it while I'm just waiting. I want to see if this starts to come back down, below these lows. Maybe we look for the short at that point. I'd be kind of late with it. This pulls up a little bit higher. It's just an interesting play here towards the end of the day. I'm not sold that it's going to dump back down, and I'm not sold that it's going to pump back up. Tempted to take a short from this area with a stop loss, above these highs on the 5-minute, but then I would be, kind of strapping myself in for a decent sized trade here on the 5-minute. On the 1-minute, it's kind of more of the same. A little bit choppy price action. Again, this does form a little bit slower here on the S&P than NASDAQ, which I'll swap over to right now to take a look at. Yeah, pretty damn similar. Let's look at the 5-minute for NQ. Pretty damn similar. But again, what I'm talking about here, guys, with the risk management stuff, let's see if I can make an example out of this. Let's say I wanted to enter a short, and I'm basing it off of similar structure on the on S&P, and I want my stop loss somewhere above this high, my entry somewhere on this candle, and I'm going to go for somewhere down around these lows. Ooh, that's weird. It doesn't even show you the tick value. Interesting. On the position tool, it's not showing me the tick value. As you can see over here, you got a point value and a tick value on this measurement tool. Usually it's points and ticks. I don't know what that is. I'm 99% sure it was showing me on S&P this morning. I'm going to feel real stupid if it wasn't, but I'm pretty damn sure that it was. Whoa, no fib. We don't want that. Yeah. What? Weird, brother. All right. I'm finding stuff out as I go here, guys. Let's just use the measurement tool, right? And we'll do some math. Let's say we wanted to enter a short here and we want to stop loss somewhere above this high. We would need about a 15 tick stop loss, right? We could see the distance from here to here is 3.75 points and 15 tick stop loss. If we do the quick math, 15 times 12.5 is $187 and $187.50. Let's call it 187. That's the risk that I would have to take on with one contract, the minimum amount. If I'm trading on the NASDAQ and I want to do a similar move here, I have an entry down here at where this candle is, and I want a stop loss somewhere above these highs. If structure is somewhat similar, I need a 75 tick stop loss or 72 tick stop loss. Okay, let's just call it 75 to make it simple. And that would be $375 worth of risk, the minimum amount of risk I could take on trading the E-mini contract, the $5 contract. So it's more flexible, in my opinion, on the S&P. If I get comfortable on the S&P and don't mind the way that it moves, I don't identify major differences or something that bothers me with price action or market structure or volume, I don't have any issues with that, then I think the S&P would be a pretty good option. Yes, you can trade micros on the NASDAQ. That's available here. You can trade, I think, micros on everything if you'd like. The issue with that is there's a maximum contract size. And the way that I understand it is one micro and one mini are the same thing in TopStep's eyes. I don't think that really makes sense. I think the micro, you should have the ability to trade a lot larger amount of contracts because the value per tick is so much lower, value per contract. But that's just the way that I've understood it here. Also, I don't want to start messing with sizing on micros. They're very small. Ooh, big reaction down. That sell would have worked out pretty nicely now that I'm looking at it. But that's just a quick explanation of what I mean when I'm talking about, moving around between instruments in the futures market to have the flexibility and the way that I want to manage risk. If you have a big account, maybe it's not an issue. If you're trading the size, maybe the NASDAQ trading one contract to start is fine. Maybe you're going to trade more to start. But I also like to be able to scale in and out of positions. So maybe I want to take on the same amount of risk, right? Maybe I'm fine risking $375. I'd like to be able to have multiple contracts so I can have multiple take profits if I like, or add into a position if I think it's going to go really well. Yeah. But what's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Good, man. Being here, trading and talking about this TopstepX platform. Here towards the end of the day, we're looking at ES on the 5-minute S&P. It's even got the nice watermark. So you can mess with. Yeah, I see. Again, I really didn't mess with the TradingView chart at all. I just wanted to mess with the order buttons and focus on execution first. The chart itself is okay. Yeah, so you can customize this pretty well. I could have my blacked out canvas and my all white candles if I want. I'm just going to leave it again standard for now. This way I don't start messing with too much. Literally all I've done to this chart is add a VWAP line. That's it. A couple horizontal levels and vertical levels. That's a couple boxes. My nice fancy rectangles on here. Coming off of support and resistance, supply and demand, order block zones, areas of interest that I'm looking at, highs and lows, where price may, above and below current price action, where it may continue to. As price breaks above this, where's the next level that I want to pay attention to? Coming off of this high right here, right? This area, this consolidation, we had volume traded here. We noticed that it was tested multiple times in the past. Where's the next area above that if we start breaking above this area pretty aggressively? Well, right up here, man. What am I taking this off of? All of this price action right here. Obviously, I like to pay attention to the price action before big impulsive moves. But these are discretionary. It's not. It's nothing majorly special. An easy way to do it if you want something that's super consistent, you can utilize whatever chart you want to look at. If you want to start on the 4-hour and then start dropping down, identifying zones. You can utilize the candle that's an opposite color before the impulsive move. People call it the basing candle. I don't like to use too many technical terms. I certainly don't like to use any ICT terms. But you can utilize the last candle before the impulsive move. Typically the one that would be a bearish candle before a bullish move, or a bullish candle before a bearish move. Usually it gives you a nice area to identify a support and resistance zone. I don't always do that. A lot of times I want to catch a wick or a top or a bottom or something in that area that makes sense to me. Those will also look different on different time frames. So if you're doing it off of the 4-hour, a candle like that's going to look very different on the 15-minute. So, it's discretionary. But I try to narrate and give you guys as much info as I possibly can. And, you make it your own. Make your style your own. Do something that you're comfortable with. If you're someone that needs it to be, cut and dry markings of your chart, go for it, man. I used to stress that stuff out. I used to spend a stupid amount of time doing chart markups and analysis. And I thought that was going to help me increase my edge. And it didn't. It always worked against me. So had a gentleman yesterday, obviously, an experienced trader that's marking up charts, shared a whole bunch on, I think it was NASDAQ. I don't think it was ES. I think it was NASDAQ yesterday. Ton of different markings, things that are important to him, identifying, many, many different areas. I thought the markup itself was very good. I think the way that he explained it made a whole lot of sense. And I think that might work well for some traders. For me, what worked well was stripping my charts, clearing my mind of everything, and focusing on market structure and price action with minimal markings and trading off of that. Took me a while to get there, a long time, a lot of indicators, and so much shit on my charts, man. It was his charts, and then you overlaid 2 or 3 of those. It was just so much. Every candle's marked off, tops and bottoms, 100 different levels, different, moving averages and indicators, and, Bollinger Bands, and, MACD and RSI, of course, on the bottom. Like, for me, don't need any of that shit. Strip your charts of it, simplify stuff. You're overcomplicating it. ICT, maybe that works for good, smart money stuff, whatever you want to do. If that works for you, great. In my opinion, way too complicated. Way, way, way too complex. You're renaming everything to a different long word and then shortening it, and you're marking up 1,000 different things on a chart that don't help you. They don't provide any predictive power. Even this stuff, none of this has any predictive power. They're good at structuring, helping you structure your risk, understanding market structure and price action, and utilizing that is only going to provide a very, very, very small edge. Most of it is going to come from your structuring of risk, the way that you are structuring your trades and managing your trades, and in my opinion, your intuition, your experience, the way you apply that in the market, the way I say, okay, I want to get in now. Sure, I have some things that are objective, the way that these candles formed, and I say that I see this market structure, and there's, higher lows and higher highs, and there's, bearish candles with long wicks to the bottom. There's things I could describe, but there's also a level of discretion, of intuition that I'm using here. I think that's extremely important, and I think the more that you can focus on building that experience up, building that intuition up, through time on the charts, through taking tons of trades on demo or back testing, the better chance you have at making it. Rules-based systems, 100% objective rules-based trading systems, in my opinion, do not work. I've never come across one that worked, and there's very, very few out there talking to major guys that do companies that code for big, big firms. The strategies they run, the EAs and the bots and the algorithms that they run need to constantly be monitored, constantly be changed, and they don't work for an extended period of time. If there was a rules-based strategy that worked simple from YouTube or from anyone else or somebody that you paid $5,000 to, we would all know about it. We'd have it coded into EAs, and we would be kicking back, and we wouldn't be worrying about what the candle is forming on the 5-minute chart. We'd just be chilling out. But again, my opinion, stuff's not out there, so don't bother wasting your time with it. That's my opinion, not a suggestion or recommendation. Utilize tools that make sense to you, but understand that a lot of that edge is going to come from discretion, from intuition. I'll talk about that again because it's helpful, and it's a true story. I don't have reason to lie about this shit. I'm not selling you something on what I'm doing here being better than anything else. Again, I said if you trade rules-based or indicators or ICT and that works for you, all the more power to you, man. I fully understand that things that make sense and work for me are not going to work for you. Everybody's different. But I'll give you this bit of advice. At the major U.S. regulated Forex brokers in-person conference, so I don't like to name a million different things, but the broker that I was trading with had a conference in the major city that's close by me. I attended in person. Mostly technical analysis and some fundamental analysis, mostly talking about their program. That's great. But the valuable piece was meeting other traders. Everybody there looked like they had been in the markets for a long period of time and was a fairly affluent and well-educated person. Spoke to a couple different people. The two brothers that I spoke to that I had a in-depth, long conversation with, or actually the guys, let me fast forward to it. Major coders and major experienced traders run a company that has a ton of funds under management, number one. And number two, big portion of their business is taking trading strategies for firms, for top traders, for individual traders, and coding them into strategies. But even more than that, doing an enormous amount of back testing and tweaking to try to create these rules-based systems that can run through EAs or bots, trading this way. Here was what they told me. Out of everybody that comes to them, and this is not $500 or $1,000. It's like 5 to 6 figures to be building out this type of program with them. That's going, you're going to be investing large amounts of money with. But it's not cheap. It's not this thing online that you're going to talk about. So it's just important to get the piece of that. Over 95%. I think the number was 90 or 95%. Of the strategies that guys come to them with, that they insist are profitable strategies and that are rules-based strategies, are number one, not indeed objective rules-based strategies, and number two, not profitable. Number one, meaning they're not objective rules-based strategies. If you have a strategy that's going to be coded into a bot or an EA, it needs to be 100% objective, has to be based on objective levels, not your opinion or not where you think a zone will go. It has to be based on specific rules. The zone starts at the daily high close and goes to the daily candle wick. It's based off of indicators. So most of the stuff that guys say is rules-based. The way that they're trading it profitably, they're applying their subjective opinion. They're applying discretion to the strategy. And he explained that most guys that come to them are somewhat profitable with that strategy, or they have firms. They're managing it themselves. They're not taking trades that look bad. They're changing risk around. They're doing things that can't be done by a bot or an EA, that aren't objective, that are subjective, and it comes from their experience and their intuition. The second piece says a ton of them are just not profitable. The strategy itself is not profitable, and they can't even adjust or tweak it, adding and taking things away to make it profitable. They have gone through everything. He's like, dude, years and years and years and years of doing this stuff. They end up with having to constantly adjust a really, really minute amount that work, and those ones only work for a certain amount of time as market conditions change, as markets change throughout the year, and through over time. So again, interesting. I thought it was eye-opening. It really confirmed my belief at that point. When I was going down there, I had already moved into this, but it was very interesting and I quizzed them. I asked a ton of questions, but it was really interesting to hear that from guys that want these strategies to work, right? Like they want somebody to come with them to say, I got something that is a banger, man. It's rules-based, based on these indicators, these levels. This is how it's going to work, and this is going to make money, because they make money alongside, right? Like they're going to invest. It's going to be a partnership type of deal. They're going to do all the back-end work, or they're going to create this proprietary system that someone's going to pay a lot of money for. But that's the deal, man. Yeah, bots and EAs and algorithmic trading, that stuff is out there. It's done by the big boys, man. So the point of the story is not that bots and EAs don't work. They don't really, not the stuff that's available to us, at least for an extended period of time. But that if rules-based systems don't work, 100% objective rules-based systems, how do we make money in the markets? What can we utilize? Discretion, intuition, our experience, our discernment of what's going on in the charts, and using that to make the best decision that we possibly can. That's my big spiel for today, guys. Hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully it wasn't too dry. But again, I'm passionate about this stuff because it's unbelievable what I see so many traders working with for such a long period of time, and struggling with. So, again, I don't have a reason to make up stories like that. You know, I don't have a reason to tell you one thing or the other. I don't care if you take this or you don't, or you say no, Zach doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. That's fine. It's all my opinion anyway, man. So, but just giving you some experience, some of what I've come across in this space, and that was one of a really really one of very few good conversations I've had with somebody that's worthwhile talking about. Two gentlemen that were. Maybe we push back down on this one. This looks like it wants to go just based on the momentum and the volume that's forming. Again, I'm watching price action. I am trading here. Me trading sometimes is not taking a trade. But let's look at the chat, man. Okay, thanks. Yeah, how's everyone doing? What's up, man? What's up? Hey, guys. What's up, man? Yeah, have a meeting, just stopping by. Talk to you tomorrow. What's up, guys? Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of people that jumped in from Discord. What's up? Good to see you guys. Thanks for hopping on, man. I know you guys missed some of it. I could see the viewers' numbers up. TopstepX platform. We're on ES on the 5-minute chart, the S&P, trading futures towards the end of the day here. This is a 50K eval account that I started this morning. Took a bunch of trades on. Ended up near break even, a little bit of profit. And I'd like to get some trades in just to show you the functionality of it and help you experience it, and I will. I'm going to wait to see if I can take a quick short on this, and we can mess with it. Yeah, 334. Here, let's go with this, guys. I'm going to go ahead and hit, I'm going to sell market one contract here.
Order filled.
That is order filled. I don't have any kind of stop loss in right now. As you can see, I just sold by market. I'm going to right click here and I'm going to set a buy stop for one contract. That's the first way that I've been doing this. You've got your P&L running over here. You've got a stop market buy up here for one contract. I'm not talking about my trading or approach. I'm just talking about the functionality of this stuff, obviously. And you've got a way to exit the position right here. You got a way to close out cancel the stop order right here. If you wanted to exit both at the same time, which is usually the way that I'm getting out of positions, unless I'm scaling out, I would be flattening all right here. And that would close out all of the positions. Which I could do now, and I'll show you like two contracts because this doesn't look like it's going to go super well. I'll leave it for right now. If I wanted to, somebody had asked about scaling in and out of the trade. Oh, I don't want to actually do that. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and get out of this. We'll lose 62
filled.
bucks. If I wanted to scale in and out of a trade, I can go ahead and this little thing, yeah, this is going to be adjusting your number of contracts. You could enter it manually over here. You can, I'm just playing with this stuff with you guys for the first time as well. You can adjust your contracts over here. Let's wait for a trade. We'll take two contracts and let's go for a buy.
Filled.
Maybe we'll catch a little bit of a break above. I'm buying the top and selling the bottom on this, but I'll show you what I got going on here. So let's get a stop loss in here right now. Sell stop for 2 down below this low. If I want to scale out, I'm going to go back to one contract here. You can see it says one contract market order. If I want to scale out of a buy, I would be selling one contract. So watch what happens when I click sell one.
Order filled.
I sold one contract. Now I have one contract running. I sold one in profit, and my original position size is still here. My original stop loss is here. So this is important to note. This is still a sell stop for 2. It didn't decrease to 1, meaning that if this comes back down, it's not just a stop loss. It's going to enter me into a sell order for one contract. So I would have to go ahead and cancel this or edit it somehow. But I don't think I can edit it. So I'm going to cancel it, and then I would throw another one right on here, a sell stop. You've got options right on here to enter and exit orders. You can do a market buy right from this screen. You can do a market sell. This is the number of contracts. You can set buy, stop, and limit orders. So let's say I wanted to do a take profit. I would set a limit sell up here for 1. this would be a take profit order for me. I'm sure there's a way to enter your orders as a bracket. I think I saw it in the settings where as you enter a buy and a sell, just like on Trade08, this was an option. As you enter I'm going to get rid of this this position. Let's just try not to lose too much money as we're doing demonstrations and going through this. Yeah, kind of just choppy movement up. I don't really like this. I think it has potential to dump. Maybe it pops right
Order
up, but
filled.
I'll get rid of that. Down 37.90 on the day, not a big deal. So as you what was I getting at with this? Brackets. You can do brackets. There's going to be a way to do it. I think it's somewhere in settings. You can mess with it. When you enter, it'll automatically enter a stop loss with you. You can set that as it goes. For me, I don't really mind just entering, not having to worry about it. You'll see me use the measurement tool. That's what I'm very comfortable with. You can use position tool. It's a smart move for traders. If you want to enter a sell, you say, okay, I want my stop loss up here and my take profit down here. Here's the distance to my stop, to my target. Calculate risk that way. It doesn't have the nice thing that that TradingView had where it was automatically showing you your risk as you entered one sell and a stop loss at 10 ticks. It didn't have that. Maybe that's on here somewhere. But again, I'm not super worried about it. But that's kind of the basics for me right off the bat. You got right click orders, all that fun stuff. And you've got your functionality over here. Again, there's more buttons that you can hide and show as well. You've got bid and ask buttons. You've got a reverse button in there. You've got cancel orders that are sitting. You've got close positions that are sitting. So a whole bunch of fun stuff in there. Well, now that we took some trades and lost $100, let's see if we can make $100. I'm going to stay on the 5 so I can understand what's going on here, and we'll just hang out. I heard they say it's coming. Cool, man. Cool. I don't use Dom personally. It's just nothing that I've really gotten into. I do use. I've started to use order flow. I've started to look at footprint charts. I do want to get set up with eventually probably Sierra charts. That's the one that I've experimented with, and it's pretty sweet. Pretty complicated to get set up, and maybe not something that I'm going to easily be able to explain and help other people out with. So I kind of grain of salt the stuff that I'm going to use with how easy it is for other people to access and if it costs a lot of money. But TradingView has a new volume footprint chart that I've been experimenting with that shows delta, shows quite a bit of order flow on each candle. It shows imbalances and stacked imbalances, points of control. Shows a lot of more useful order flow data. Obviously, I don't have it up on here. I don't have a way to add it on here from what I've seen so far. Maybe that'll come in the future also. It's a test feature on TradingView anyway. So, but yeah, man, I think order flow is super useful in the futures market. Volume is super reliable. I think getting to know a footprint chart is definitely very helpful. For me, price action and market structure is really king, but I've found volume increasingly useful. Something I didn't have access to trading with just U.S. based Forex brokers. No real volume, either none available or unreliable from third party brokers, that type of stuff. Or not third party, just brokers themselves, their volume data not reliable, not consistent. But since it is centralized in the futures market, that order flow, that data, you can utilize footprint, and it can show you a lot. So this would be nice, just trading a range back and forth. I'm thinking we're gonna break one way or the other here towards the end of the session. NYSE session ends in about 15 minutes, a little bit more than 15 minutes. But yeah, I don't have any amazing setup here. Taking a sell off of one of these levels and looking for it to come down, or looking for the pop up is really the only play off of this price action. Honestly, in between, you can be scalping, looking a little bit, taking the opposite directions that I just took on there, and not really trading the middle of this. Selling the high and buying the low, but that's not really my style of trading. I go for a little bit different of a move than that. This looks like it wants to break down, and gun to my head, I would say, we trail back down towards prior day high, maybe pre-market high, but I don't have a strong entry signal here. But yeah, that's the basis. I mean, it's pretty cool, pretty quick. You can see how fast it was executed, no real lag. Pretty clean on the chart itself. What did I want to test? Something else. Oh, let's do like, let's do a buy stop up here and then a buy stop down here. Not expecting any of these to get hit. I drug one close to it. Now, okay, so it combines your stop orders. If you move them on top of each other, it combines it. Essentially, that's what I had going on. I added to a position, and then I added another stop order, and then I moved it right on top, and it combined it together. I thought that was pretty cool. TradingView didn't do that, if I'm remembering correctly. You would just have stacked on top of each other, and that could be a little bit dicey because you'd have to close out multiple or add in multiple. So that's an interesting feature. I'm sure it will do it for limit orders as well. Haven't utilized, had a stop hit today, but I haven't utilized limit to see how that functions. But I'm sure the stop and the limit orders are going to function normally. But outside of that, man, it's been pretty sweet so far. Just got to get comfortable with it. I'm going to be way too slow and right-clicking stuff. And there's going to be a faster way to do this. There's going to be a better way to do almost everything that I'm doing on here right now, I'm sure. I'll learn as I go along. Someone will probably tell me. Yeah, I see. There's a whole bunch more. There's a whole bunch more in here. Here's your brackets that you could put on. Automatically apply risk brackets. You could set personal daily loss limits. That's cool. Personal daily profit targets. You can make it close out your position and block you from trading. All these different trading features, kind of similar to that manual lockout deal. That are pretty cool. Pretty cool in my opinion. You don't have to use them, but having the option to be able to do some of that stuff is really cool. You could say, hey, maybe I don't want to lose more than $500 on this account per day. I want to give myself at bare minimum 4 days to blow the account. You could set personal daily loss limit, stuff like that. So I think that's pretty intuitive. I think that's pretty sweet. And I'm sure they're going to be adding stuff to this. I'm fairly certain they'll be adding to it. Yeah, I don't think we're getting a big move out of the U.S. indices here. If we do, I'm really going to need to be in it, and I am not. As you can see here, again, if anything, I'd be looking for this to kind of come down, back down to this level, continue this sell-off type of price action. We pop back up, I'm probably going to just take a quick sell, just let it run towards the end of the day, put a couple $100 of risk on. Maybe a stop just above VWAP, near pre-market high. But this is kind of like watching paint dry. So Dow, a little bit more movement out of Dow, tapping against VWAP. Yeah, I wanted to just go back to NQ. Yeah, let's get a sell in
Order
here
filled.
and we'll play with it a little bit more. What does the order filled sound like? I'm gonna turn this up so I could hear it. This is the important stuff, guys. Does it say order filled?
Order filled.
Aha. And it's a girl's voice.
Order filled.
That's interesting. Let's go with a. Again, guys, this is not really strategic trading, as you can see here. I'm buying and selling stuff. I'm entering and exiting orders. I'm testing a little bit. I'm just kind of getting a feel for the program, while trying not to blow the account. A little bit of drawdown on this one. Maybe I'm just playing this back down to the bottom. If I have to enter an order, I'm just going to enter it in the way that I see it going. But yeah, you got your multiple contracts there. You would have to enter, I guess you would have to change that setting and be entering. You got a reverse position button. You got to cancel orders and a close position. So close position would just close the position out. Cancel orders would cancel the resting orders that you would have on here. Cancel all versus flatten all. Don't know if cancel all would take you out of a position. Well, let's find out.
Order filled.
That's your closing out. That's your canceling orders. Canceling all, I guess, would just be canceling all orders. Ooh, glad I closed out because we got a pop-up at the end of the day here. Look at that. Wow. So the buy would have played out really nicely, and me with my look towards the bottom was absolutely not it. Wanted to come back up, break above VWAP, and tap pre-market high. See if this wants to continue. Yeah, I wonder the difference between cancel orders and cancel all versus flatten all. If flatten all cancels all the orders also. But we'll have to find that one out. Again, I'm going back and forth between NQ and S&P a lot because I'm coming from primarily trading NQ. And I just want to look at the reaction, look at the difference in volatility, the difference of the movements. From what I've seen so far, again, and starting to watch S&P, very similar. And I always felt like NQ was leading Dow. I almost feel like S&P seems to lead Nasdaq. Again, I can't quantify that in any way. I certainly don't have any data to support that thesis. It's just a feel. Just a feel. There was some volatility coming into the markets right at the end of NYSE session. This is kind of what we look for. Figured we were going to see it to the downside after this sell-off and, kind of correction back up. But we tapped into this area here, this imbalance here. So maybe we almost did. We didn't quite tap into it. Maybe we see, continuation of the downside. But this looks pretty bullish. Obviously, buyers stepped in. They're in control. They're pushing price higher, really right through VWAP and right up to pre-market high. Again, that's why I like these levels. The prior day low and high from the wick. I take that from the daily chart. I take pre-market high and low. I take the 930 open. Sometimes I used to throw a 50% line in between the high and the low, the pre-market high and the low, but I haven't really been doing that. And then just some zones that make sense. Usually more than what's on my chart, but Just edited this one a little bit to get things moving today. But if you guys got any questions, you got any questions about TopstepX, you got any questions about the free Discord where I'm giving away 2 of these 50K accounts in the free Discord, let me know. Ask them. Again, this session is more just me getting comfortable with. I don't see anything. If I had something aggressively to be trading, we had a major sell-off going or some awesome moves to jump in on, I would be doing that. But this is more just getting comfortable today and really this week with this new platform, learning, displaying it to you guys. If you haven't bought one yet, get my opinion. Overall, so far, I think it's really cool. I think it's very user friendly. I think it's very clean. That's a big thing for me. It doesn't feel like Windows 98, like I'm trading on MT4. It feels like I'm on Apple's newest product, and it's working really smoothly. No issues to speak of so far. I'm sure I'll find things that I would like to have more of coming from TradingView, like the highest level of TradingView charts, but I'm thinking I'm going to be able to work with this pretty nicely. I was really hoping that I wasn't going to have to learn Tradeovate and completely trade from that platform when I started to experience that lag, but this really solved the issue for working with a prop account. So I'll be playing with this all week. I'll be trading these 50K evals. I'll be trading more ES. Again, still back testing, still testing on ES. I'll primarily be staring at ES, unless I decide that it's not going to work, or I just can't slow myself down enough, and I need to continue blowing accounts on NQ. NQ, the love-hate relationship, man. So, let's see. Oh, yeah, no crazy imbalance or stacked imbalance or anything like that. Got a 1 minute stacked imbalance that is tapping back into right now pretty aggressively. We got sellers at quite a bit of selling pressure right now on this candle, actually. Yep. Wow. Yeah, quite a bit of selling pressure on that candle. Just what I was saying it, right? So maybe that's something that Footprint can give you a little bit of a read on pretty quickly if you get comfortable staring at it, comfortable reading it. You can start to see imbalances form pretty quickly, and you can start to see the size of the imbalances form and the numbers stacked on top of each other, which could indicate that, hey, that's about to happen. We got sellers are massively overtaking buyers at this level, and price is falling, rather than just, the slow trickle up and down with no imbalances and pretty even buying and selling pressure. Again, a little bit more zoomed in on the 1 minute, but that was all the way back down to the bottom of this trend line, if you were going to draw a trend line. But if you jumped on late, happy to have you here, man. Hope you're in Discord. Discord is now free. Live trading, market analysis, community of traders that are sharing charts, sharing analysis, ability to ask me questions, speak with me directly. Giveaways that I'm doing, 2 50K giveaways, 2 50K Top Step evals. That's what I'm giving away here. Details in Discord. That the Discord is free, so go ahead and join. Check that out if you'd like. What else, man? All the info on Top Step discounts, even after this one runs out. Access to my trades, my recaps, pretty much give you guys everything you need to go out and trade the approach that I trade for free. I don't gatekeep much. I keep the morning sessions focused to myself or with traders that are going to trade with me on Zoom for a specific amount of time in that accelerator program. But again, No pressure. You should probably join for free and hang out for a while. Grab all that value for free before you decided, hey, maybe I want to consider that. And if you do, 30-minute call. We could talk face to face. If you've had any conversation with me or watched me on these live streams, I think you'd get the idea that I'm fairly laid back and I'm not gonna pressure anybody into doing anything or really try to put anybody in a position where I don't think that they would be able to benefit. Part of the reason for having a 30-minute call for this one, free 30-minute call, is to talk about where you're at, your current situation, where you want to go, and make sure that you would be a good fit for the program. I don't want to work with anybody that I don't think has a good chance of succeeding. Otherwise, I'm not doing anybody a service. So, but all that in the Discord, man. Again, if you're interested, you want to talk about that, you want to talk about your trading, free 30-minute call. We could talk on Zoom. The link to book is straight on there. No pressure. But I am going to do my best to build the best free futures trading Discord. Goal is to make it better than most paid Discords. That's the game plan, guys. And if you're here now, you're here super early. Sent that message this morning. You guys are the OGs, the original gangsters. It's the day one crew right here. So I appreciate you being here, man. Only a couple months into doing this content creation, sharing my trading, live trading, coaching, in a trading sense thing. Obviously been trading for quite a few years, but only a few months into doing this, I already got a bunch of people that I've been able to connect with, to work with. It's been really, really good. Really good. Only people that really mouth off to me or get pissed off are when I do a giveaway and I don't pick them for the giveaway. That's really the only. I got a couple people that yell scam or call BS, even though I'm literally trading directly from my terminal with P&L showing literally the account number, like literally everything up here. Somehow you're gonna say, oh, it's fake or something. I'm telling you, it's a Top Step eval. I tell you all about the accounts. I tell you everything. But yeah, only people that really get pissed off, and I posted a couple things from the last giveaway that I did, the 50K Top Step account, are the guys that don't win. They usually beg me first or come up with some ridiculous story, try to guilt trip you into giving it to them for some reason, or just spam everything. Like the guy commented 170 times on the post. I'm like, dude, delete all that or else you're giving me a bunch of work to do. And then he just mouthed off to me. So guess what? If you want to do that and be a sore loser or beg me for anything, I'm just going to block you, man. I'll kick your ass. I got no patience for that. No time for that, man. If you're looking for a handout, trading is the wrong spot. It's not going to get it from me or really anybody else, and you're certainly not going to get it from the markets. So don't. It's in the rules. If you join Discord, don't ask anybody for money. It's a whole bunch of basic rules in there. Don't beg. Don't ask for money. Don't ask for free stuff. Don't ask to win the giveaways, man. It's very, very simple. I'm giving shit away for free. You don't have to buy anything. Just, decide to put a little bit of effort into it or don't. I don't care. It'll go to somebody who does. So, anyway. It's funny, though. I literally posted a pic. I did the giveaway. So, last 50K account giveaway. This is fun. Last 50K account giveaway I did on one of the live streams. I used a random number generator, and I had my Instagram logged in with the post that I had everybody, like you had to comment on the last one. Did the random number generator, and then I scrolled and counted with you guys live on YouTube to the person that won based on the random number generator that I clicked multiple times. And then I posted the screenshots of me sending that guy money, because that's how I do the giveaway. I'm going to send you cash for the price of the account. Sent all that, posted all that, did all that stuff, and everybody, not everybody, but one or two guys still mouthed off to me like crazy in my DMs. I thought that shit was funny. I thought it was really funny. And I commented, not only was it real, I was going to do more of them, and now I'm going to block you from everything so you don't have any opportunity to win any of them in the future. So you shot yourself in the foot, and you made me laugh. You gave me something to talk about. Yeah, choppy power hour, brother. This shit sucks. So, again, I wasn't super worried. I wanted to get some examples in. If I'm gonna trade one contract, I got to put some risk on in the market. I wanted to do this example, kind of show you guys what it looked like. Just initially for day one, if you're considering it, I had a couple guys in Discord that said they wanted to, hear my feedback before they went out and purchase it for themselves. So. Outside of that, I probably would not have taken any trades and lost, $100 or $200, whatever the number is here. But this is choppy. We had, decent structure to the downside here. This was nice, wick back up, and then a continuation down. We reacted pretty heavily off this, pushed up. We tapped right down into it again. This is prior day's high, which, I'll leave up there for now, so I'll use it tomorrow. But since then, it looked to me like this structure was going to continue. Obviously, we've got very, very bullish structure if we zoom way out on the 5-minute. So, we couldn't consider looking for buys. When we get into the intraday stuff on the 5-minute, I'm only taking so much of the higher time frame structure into consideration. I don't like to approach it with that much of a bias, but. This type of expansion here, like here's the big, nice momentum push up, breaking above pre-market high. Now we kind of rejected at it, right? Big bearish candle, and now we're closing another 5-minute candle without really breaking the lows. We broke below it, but we didn't, we didn't continue down. So choppy expansion. We're here after NYSE close. It's pretty much all we got for power hour. So, nothing crazy. It's how it goes. If you scroll through the chart. Hop on TradingView. Do yourself a favor. First off, you should be back testing on TradingView. You should be doing a data-driven back test, when you're really getting comfortable. And you should also, in my opinion, be back testing pretty frequently on TradingView to warm up, right? Like if you're going to sit down to trade, think of it as anything else, literally anything else you're going to go do. You're going to stretch, you're going to warm up, you're going to have some pre-market work to be done. Yes, there's pre-market analysis, but maybe you want to be after the trading day or when you have free time. I'm not saying you have to do it right before trading. Maybe you want to be warming up. If you play basketball, like you're probably going to shoot some free throws and go run around, do some layups, get warmed up before the game, right? You might want to do this, consider doing the same thing, not just with analysis, but with actual back testing, demo trading through TradingView's replay mode. Go ahead, go scroll back, look away from the chart, scroll back to a random time, play it forward, mark your charts the way you do, actually try to trade it the way that you would normally trade it, and get some warm-up going in there. Maybe you make a couple mistakes, you go, oh yeah, my stop shouldn't have been there, obviously. What am I doing sizing like that? Maybe you enter too early. Obviously, there's limitations. We're not going to go through all of TradingView's limitations with backtesting, but I really think there's a big benefit for backtesting. But where I started with this was go back in NASDAQ or Dow or S&P, throw the 9:30 a.m. If you're going to trade the NYSE Open or you're going to trade Power Hour, throw a horizontal line after you scroll back and you look away and then you play the chart forward where you don't know what's going to come up next because that's useless. Throw the line on for 2:30 p.m. Eastern and look at the last hour and a half. See what happens on the 5-minute and the 1-minute chart. Notice the price action. Maybe you notice some anomalies that seem to form where oftentimes there's volatility and volume that comes into the market and you get a little bit of an impulsive move that you can work with. At NYSE Open, I like to go back in time. I mark NYSE Open. I mark the chart the way I do, pre-market range, some zones. You don't have to go too in-depth since you're going to be back testing through it. And I play that thing forward and I trade. I trade the way that I'm normally going to trade. And I get to watch day after day after day of replay mode. It's not like watching it live. Don't want to tell you that it's as good as watching it live. It's certainly not. The candles don't form the same. You're always going to be doing better back testing and in trading replay mode. I can tell you that. But you build screen time. You build a lot more screen time. You stay very fresh. You really start to develop an intimate relationship with that instrument, with whatever it is that you're back testing. But I encourage you guys to do that. Even if you're not going to be doing a really data-driven and data-recorded back test where you're going to record your, all of these different metrics, your win rate, when you're entering, your times of your trades, all that stuff is important to do. But don't let that hold you back from throwing TradingView in replay mode, scrolling back randomly, and doing some back tests. When I started the YouTube channel, And I was really just throwing out some basic support and resistance, market structure, and price action. That's exactly what I was doing. I was throwing in TradingView. You can watch that. You can watch that on my YouTube channel. Throwing TradingView in replay mode, literally looking away, scrolling back in time, and then see if I could turn a profit, trading the way that I would normally trade. I do that for the U.S. indices. I think it's important. But again, you guys go back through, check out some power hours, check out some NYSE Open. A lot of times you will get volatility that comes in. A lot of times you will get a continuation of the move. A lot of times you'll get a retracement on the move. But one thing that I notice is that last hour of the day specifically, you can expect a decent volatile move. It doesn't come every day. Sometimes it's choppy, but there's a reason that I pick the certain hours of the day and that everybody else picks the certain hours of the day to trade, right? Just hop on the charts at a random time. You can if you're swing trading, but there's a benefit of leveraging the time frame that you're trading in, not the time frame on the chart, but the time of day you're trading. I like to trade in the morning right around 9:40 to 10:40 a.m. I let the market open at 9:30 a.m. Market goes crazy. I get to see what the move is at the open. Today we broke up above the pre-market range. I get to watch a little bit of what happens, and I try not to get caught in the first initial moves of the market. After that first 10 to 15 minutes, I can start to see the structure that's forming for that session. I can utilize some of the opening range. Some people wait 30 minutes, 15 minutes. Maybe you got, a set time, and you can kind of trade from there. And again, there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of volume and volatility early on in the NYSE session. It's also the NY and London Forex session overlap. There's a lot of trading going on in the markets. Great time to trade. Lunchtime, oftentimes it dies down. Does sometimes in the middle of lunchtime volume pick up and there's a huge impulsive move and that's the move? Sure. But lunchtime in the US, around the 12 p.m. mark, typically a kind of volume and volatility seems to die down a little bit. You get a little bit of consolidation. And then right at the end of the session, trading does seem to pick up. But you guys, figure it out for yourself.
The
Find
markets
something
are
that works.
closed.
Cool. It announced the markets are closed. That's something that I've never seen before. Interesting. It's 4:10 p.m. Eastern is when they shut down. You have to be out of all your positions, and then they open up almost 2 hours later at 6 p.m. Eastern. But that was cool. Interesting thing. We're gonna see new stuff on this all the time. But yeah, Bruce Lean, choppy power hour. So we're chilling. That's it. That's it for trading on this one. If you guys got any other questions, now's the time to ask them. Esther Chase from the Fib. That's cool, man. I'm not a huge Fib guy myself, but you can certainly use that in place or with support and resistance. There's certainly a use for that type of tool. Do I think again anything has massively more predictive power than anything else? No, I think they're great for structuring your trades, approaching the market with some consistency, and managing risk, which is the most important. So, but yeah, guys, if you got questions, now's the time, man. Ask away. Trading stuff. This is pretty cool. Only other thing I want to check out. Traders Hub. Yeah, I won't mess with too much more of it. Can I click on these? Yeah, I'll mess with it. I'm almost scared to mess with anything because I don't mind the way that it's set up and I don't want to mess it up. Layout default. Interesting. Gives you connection status. Refresh rate. I saw that earlier. Save layout. Okay, cool. You can reset your layout. That's nice. So I will mess with it. Yeah, so I took this bad boy off order. That's my order there. Time and sales is there. You got accounts, positions, trades. I don't know. I'll have to mess with it. Anyway. All caps, Mario. Damn, man. Here's the answer to that question. Mario asks, how much is my new program? I have one program. It's called the Accelerator Program. It's a 4-week, 1-month intensive program. It involves live trading for the NYSE session, the one that I typically like to trade by myself so I could focus. That's my main trading session. It's live trading through Zoom. It also involves structured educational sessions where we go through everything that it takes to become a profitable trader, in my humble opinion, in a non-financial advice way, because none of this is financial advice and I'm not a financial advisor. I won't list them all here. It also involves one-on-one sessions where we get a deep understanding of your trading, where you're at now, and how we can potentially build a trading plan, a risk management plan, how you're going to journal, how you're going to backtest, how we're going to check in and make adjustments and adaptations to improve your trading together. I'm only doing it with a small group, around 5 traders at a time. This way, it's really a one-on-one the entire time. Even when you're in that small group, we're able to talk on Zoom. Also, private chat where I do answer questions in Discord. And as that grows, I see myself only being able to answer select questions. With that program, you got access to me, obviously, throughout the trading day, borderline 24/7, to be able to answer any questions, to communicate extensively. That's what I believe can help traders, not a pre-made course, not anything else. A lot of the stuff that I'm doing for free, all the stuff that I'm doing for free, I believe can help traders. But that one's intensive if you want to really pay to shorten the time to get there. The answer to the question is book a 30-minute call with me. I'm not going to have a price listed on there because I want to speak to you if you're interested in it. I want to talk about your trading, and I want to figure out first if you're a good fit for the program. Again, it's not really for beginner traders. It's not for people that are just getting started out. It's not for guys that really don't have any time or money to dedicate to this business. So I want to talk to you first. I want to get on the same page first, and then answer the questions in detail. Really, I want to hear what you have going on, and make sure that you stand a good chance at getting profitable. That's the game plan. But I'm running a very heavy introductory discount for it. Very heavy. So if you're interested, something that sounds like you want to be a part of, I'm going to try to do it. I got one person who's in. I'm going to try to do it for in 2 weeks for 4 weeks. That's the game plan, but we'll see. Again, I want to make sure I have everything lined up really, really well. A group of good traders that are ready for it, and we'll go from there. So that's the answer, Mario. My number one, my number one supporter here. Thank you for your time, bro. For sure, man. What is TopStep? Head to the website, man. Hop in Discord or don't, and just Google TopStep, and we'll go from there, man. Wish there was a way to add a stop when you take a buy. Yeah, brother. I think I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to dismiss your question, but it's such a basic question that I'm struggling. I'm going to struggle to answer it. Also, go on my YouTube. I did a really detailed, sorry, not that detailed, but I made a video on prop firms and explained all about TopStep. It's a very good baseline introductory. You still have to do your own research, but I did a long video on YouTube. I did it live. It's on my YouTube, Real Deal Futures YouTube. It's the same one. So when you jump off of here, man, look at yesterday's live session and watch that if you want to know what TopStep is. It's what I'm trading on here. So to answer Bruce Lean, adding in after the fact is fine. Yeah, it is, man, but I hear what you're saying. I like the way TradingView allowed you to do it. But check it out. This is a bracket that you could put on. Now, typically, if you trade with different stop sizes, this really isn't going to work because it's only going to give you a set stop size. This is better for guys that always trade with like a 50 tick stop. Probably would have worked okay for me in the NASDAQ. These values act as a traditional bracket order and will automatically close out the position if the risk or profit target is hit. So you can put on here a dollar amount of risk that I believe will automatically bracket with a like buy stop and a buy limit type of a deal. I'll have to play with this. Automatically apply risk bracket to new positions. And if you clicked that and you had, let's say, like, $250 in here, I'm assuming that it's going to automatically place the stop loss. So it's one of the other things I wanted to mess with. I'm not going to do it right now. Show confirmations. This is loss limits, but I think this is probably the answer to that, man, where you have a bracket. And it will probably be helpful to have one automatically pop up and then be able to drag it. This way you're never in the market without a stop loss, which I think is pretty important. For me, it's not that big of a deal, to put one on after, but I totally agree with what you're saying. It'd be nice to have it. I'm surprised they don't have it right here. How do I get back out of this? I'm surprised they don't have it here. Like, where's your stop loss and take profit? You just enter it with the amount of ticks in whatever direction. Like, maybe I can add it on here. Again, I don't, I'm, no, I don't have show my ask. No. So yeah, I don't know, man, but I hear exactly what you're asking for. You'd like to be able to place an order for one buy at market and have a stop loss of 50 ticks. I think right now the only thing that I've found that would do that is this, take profit and stop loss bracket that would come on to the day. I'll have to mess with it tomorrow and I'll let you know about it. But that's the only thing that I've seen so far. Yeah, because this is just market buy. Here's your buy stops and sell stops. You can obviously set those first if you wanted to. If I'm going to enter the market, I could throw a stop loss, somewhere. But obviously, it's nice to have it in a specific place. So, we'll see. I'm guessing they're going to add that on here. That along with the doing the math for you, right? Like, if I know I want to put an order on, it's nice just to have TradingView do that math for you over here. When you're putting one contract on, you can adjust how many contracts, you can adjust how many ticks, and it shows you the dollar amount that you're going to risk. Same thing with the take profit, it shows you the dollar amount that you're going to make. And it's easily calculated. I'm not like the calculator in my mind type of guy. I like to know what it is and not be making any math mistakes as I'm trading. That kind of just takes that off your plate. This, you got to do it a little bit so far. So we'll see. But I'll play with that bracket tomorrow, and maybe that's the way to do it. But throwing it on there is not the end of the world. I like how you could drag it without any confirmation. On TradingView, as you drug it, you had to confirm. Maybe I just had something on that I could have turned off to make it like instantaneous, but this one you just drag and let go, and that's it. There's no clicking, no nothing. Opening and closing orders, instantaneous, very nice. So that's all I got for you guys. If you're still here, thank you. Join the free Discord, man. If you're here and you're not in the Discord, I don't know what you're doing. You're not going to know about all the lives. You're not going to know about the educational sessions. You're not going to know about the, discounts, the accounts that I'm giving away, the cash really that I'm giving away, because I send you cash when you win to purchase the challenge yourself. I think that's the easiest way to do it. Hop in the free Discord, man. I'm growing the best free futures trading Discord. That's the game plan, man. And if you want more help with your trading, you're serious about trading, you want to join for a hardcore 4-week program, see what we could do, book a call with me, man. We'll talk for 30 minutes, no pressure. I promise I won't make you feel bad or like you have to do anything. Otherwise, hop in for free, man. Contribute. Let's grow together. Maybe you could tell me something about TopstepX that I don't know, and you could help me out, make some money tomorrow. Let's work together to make this money, man. Let's do it. But, yeah, I'll see you guys in Discord. Lastly, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Make sure you read the full disclaimer on my website, realdealfutures.com. Disclaimer is also in the bottom of this video. Trading's risky. Most traders lose money. This is on a TopstepX eval account. This is a simulated account. Make sure you read the CFTC rule on that as well. Trading's hard, guys. You shouldn't listen to anybody. Anything I say or do on here is not a suggestion or recommendation to do anything. Have a great night, guys. I will see you in Discord.